The internet is on fire right now because the 2027 Ducati MotoGP prototype has allegedly been leaked. And if what we're seeing is real, the entire MotoGP grid should be very, very worried. Ducati isn't just building another race bike. They might have built a weapon. Ever since Ducati dominated recent seasons in MotoGP, they've been operating on a different level. While other manufacturers scramble to close the gap, Ducati keeps evolving. But 2027 is different. New regulations are coming. Smaller engines, reduced aerodynamics, a complete reset for the championship. Most teams are playing it safe. Ducati? It looks like they decided to rewrite the rulebook before it even begins. From the leaked images circulating online, this prototype looks nothing like the current Desmosedici. The fairing design is dramatically slimmer, yet somehow more aggressive. The Aero philosophy appears completely reworked. Instead of massive complex wing stacks, Ducati seems to be focusing on ultra-efficient airflow management. The wings look smaller at first glance, but the shaping around the side pods and underbellies suggests they've found downforce in places nobody else thought to look. And that's where things start to get scary. Remember, the 2027 MotoGP regulations are expected to reduce engine capacity from 1,000 cubic centimeters to 850 cubic centimeters. On paper, that means less power, slower bikes, tighter racing. But Ducati engineers are masters at extracting performance from limitations. If this leak is accurate, they may have designed a bike that carries corner speed at levels we haven't seen before. Instead of brute horsepower, this machine looks built around precision, efficiency, and insane mechanical grip. The chassis design also appears radically compact. The swing arm looks slightly longer, possibly to control the expected torque delivery of the new engine format. That could mean improved stability under acceleration, especially with reduced ride height devices rumored to be restricted under the 2027 rules. If ride height systems are limited, balance becomes everything, and Ducati has always been ahead in that department. But here's the biggest shocker. Sources close to the paddock suggest Ducati has been developing a completely redesigned V4 engine architecture specifically optimized for the 850 cubic centimeters era. Not just a scaled-down version of the current engine, a ground-up redesign. That means revised firing order experimentation, weight distribution changes, and potentially a lower center of gravity. If true, this isn't evolution, it's revolution. And think about the riders. Imagine a rider like Pecco Bagnaia adapting to a lighter, more agile Ducati that still maintains its signature front-end stability, or a young talent stepping onto a machine that blends Japanese-style corner speed with Ducati's traditional braking dominance. That combination would be terrifying for rivals like Aprilia, KTM, and Yamaha, who are all desperately trying to reset their competitiveness before 2027 arrives. What makes this even more intense is Ducati's current data advantage. They already run multiple bikes on the grid, collecting massive amounts of race information every weekend. That data feeds development at an insane rate. If they've been quietly testing 2027 concepts in simulation while dominating the present era, the rest of the grid could be walking straight into another Ducati dynasty. And visually, this thing looks futuristic. The bodywork appears tighter around the engine, the tail section sharper, almost like a prototype from a sci-fi racing league. Even the air intake design looks resculpted for smoother frontal airflow. If this is the direction MotoGP bikes are heading, 2027 is going to look radically different from what we see today. But let's talk about what really matters: lap time. Because at the end of the day, none of the design details mean anything if it doesn't translate on track. Early whispers suggest internal testing numbers are already exceeding simulation targets. That's insane considering how far away 2027 still is. If Ducati is already ahead of their own projections, imagine where they'll be after another year of development. The scary part? This might only be version 1. Ducati has built a reputation for relentless mid-season upgrades. They don't just bring a bike to the first race and leave it untouched. They evolve constantly. So if this leaked prototype is their early concept, the final 2027 race machine could be even more refined, more aggressive, and more dominant. Now, of course, leaks should always be taken with caution. Manufacturers test wild concepts all the time. Not everything makes it to the grid, but Ducati's recent track record suggests one thing: when they commit to a direction, they execute. If this 2027 prototype is real, MotoGP might be heading into another era painted red, and unless the competition has something equally radical hidden in their factories, Ducati may have just fired the first shot.